Let's practice this with two more examples. I am rewriting this formula, which we will aim for today, the main formula in this lesson, and let's take a sequence like 1 minus something like this. The problem is firstly with the minus, because here is a minus and here is a plus. We already know how to handle that. And the second is that here and here are not the same. Here is 2n minus 2, and here is 4n plus 11. We proceed by rewriting everything in the middle. Right away, I handle the minus as I did in the previous example by moving the minus to the top, right? So I organized it immediately. I raise it to the power that is here, as it is to this expression as it is here. If it is 2 at the minus 2 here, then I write 2n minus 2 here. I make one more big square bracket, draw a fraction line here. Below this line I rewrite what I wrote here, and on top what was before, which is 4n plus 11. And now I know that everything here inside approaches e to the power of negative 3. That's in the middle of this square bracket, and I have to calculate this on the side. So I calculate n approaching infinity, I take out the largest powers, and I'm left with 4 over 2, which is 2. You agree, right? So it turned out that this time it approaches 2. So our result will be a to the power of negative 3, because this inside, according to this formula, approaches a to the power of negative 3. And to the power of what? To the second, because it turned out that this exponent still approaches the second. Minus 3 times 2 is minus 6, so e to the power of minus 6, right? Simple. Just a few steps need to be done here. Then parentheses, then this to that, and remember what happens here. But later it's simple and intuitively understandable what to do. Let's take such a sequence. Sometimes there are surprises. There will be a surprise here. Plus is plus, everything is just here, and here it doesn't match. So I do it the old way. Look, I already wrote it down right away. I raise it to the power that is here. Here was n squared. Here I raise this square. I make a square bracket at the bottom in the denominator. I write here in this exponent, in the denominator of this exponent, I write what I wrote here, which is n squared. And on top what was before, which is n minus 1. Now I calculate this limit on the side. Remember to maintain formality here. Don't do it as scribbles in the margin without the limit or something like that. Just write the limit nicely for the professor. Calculating this limit is also an important part of the task. You can't do it in your head or in the margin or on another sheet. Normally on the side you write the limit of this expression, you factor out n, and now there will be a surprise because this approaches 0. Do we agree? N squared cancels out, but only partially because n remains at the bottom, so it becomes 1 over n. As n approaches infinity, 1 over infinity is 0. We did this in the first lesson. Such actions. So this time it approaches 0. So what will our result be? E to the 7th. Inside it approaches e to the 7th, according to this formula, inside the square brackets. E to the 7th and to 0. E to the 7th and to 0 is e to the power of 0, because 7 times 0 is 0, and e to the power of 0 is 1. It can also be like that. Why not?